We were performing at Renaissance Festival, so it worked out well. This is just incredible that there's people here. I started with beer, no less. We started the Pub Songs podcast, and what year was it that started here at Dragon Con? It was like 2006, 7, or 8, somewhere around there. And is it 2006? Really? Are you serious? Wow. I don't know. I mean, the show I started in 2005, and I know I was like, I want to see if I can get a track, and I can do, help close out the con. And I lost count. I'm bow to you if you know, because I have zero clue. Really? Well, they basically did. We've been started it, and we had I don't know, 5 or 6 people. When were you here, Scott, for any of this? Okay. But it was like 5 or 6 people. They were sitting in a smaller room, and hearing some songs, and then maybe got 7, and then we went down to 3 or something, and then got to 8, and then 12, and we're about to 8 again. And then last year, all of a sudden, there was 30 people in the audience. I was like, oh. I assume 30 people. I can't count these groups, but I was like, wow, this is just incredible. How did this happen? I don't know, but I appreciate you all coming here for some end of con music, and so I will try to be entertaining with what's left of my voice. That's always the fun part, is that the end of con and you still have to sing. And this morning I'm waking up, all right, I guess I can sing like this. Which works great for Irish songs, It's the reason I put out a CD called Going for Brogue. Let's see, we had I forget I already forgot what your request was. What was your? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Come Out Ye Black and Tans to start, and then I'm not going to play Flanagan's Wake. I'm going to play a different version of that song. So, Black and Tans, it's a good Irish rebel song from who knows when. I don't know when the song was written. It's written by Brendan Behan, I believe, or Dominic Behan, one of the Behan brothers. And who have written a lot of great songs, actually. Patriot Game, I think, is the most notable one. And it's a beautiful, incredible song. But this one is it's fun. I was born in the Dublin streets where the royal drums do beat, and the loving English feet they trample over us. And every single night when me dad come home tight, he'd invite the neighbors out with this chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green lovely lanes of Killishandra. As I said, the voice works great for this. This is how I learned to sing Irish music. There was a cassette I once had, and it was this raw, good, nasty. It was Derek Warfield from the Wolf Tones, and he's got a horrible, awesome voice. Big inspiration. Come tell us how you slew them old Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus, they had spears and bow and arrows. Bravely faced one with your 16-pounder gun, and you frightened them, damn natives to the marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come on, tell us how you slew them old Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus, they had spears and bow and arrows. How bravely you faced one, I think I already did this verse, 16-pounder gun, and you frightened them, damn natives to the marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Oh, the day is coming fast, and the time is here at yeomen will be cast aside before us. And if there be a need, then me kids will sing Godspeed with a verse or two of Stephen Beam's chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come on and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green lovely lanes of Killishandra. One of the things I loved about these singers that I learned from when it comes to Irish songs is not only is it this horribly guttural, sounding thing, but they're really good at number one singing from their heads, So I learned how to sing with this horrible accent, and but using my singing where you're supposed to sing, not supposed to use your throat. So I kind of worked that out pretty well. So this song is not Finnegan's Wake, but it might sound familiar. This is Furgon's Wake. Furgon's Wake was a part of a CD that I put out called Irish Drinking Songs for Cat Lovers. It's a pet project of mine. And thank you. Moan all you want. I love it. I put it out, I think in 2004, and ended up having to do another one called Whiskers in the Jar. And this is the cat version. Tim Furgon lived in Walkland Street, a gentle sphinx cat, mighty odd. He had a meow, both thick and sweet, and to jump off a fence he'd land with a thud. Now the cat has sort of a nibbler's way. For the love of the herb, oh, Tim was born. And to help him on his way each day, he'd roll in the catnip every morn. Whack for the dog, then dance with laughter around the floor. Rats they'll chase, jump on a shelf, now what will he shatter? Lots of fun in Furgon's Wake. One morning Tim pounced on a fowl. Upon a rooftop his paws did skate. He fell from the roof, his ninth life gone. They carried him home, his corpse to wake. They rolled him up in a shredded bed sheet and laid him out in his cat bed, with a bottle of milk there at his feet and a ball of string at his head. Whack for the dog, then dance the laughter around the floor. A rat cell chase, jump on a shelf, now what we shatter? Lots of fun in Furgon's Wake. I should point out, you are more than welcome to sing along if you're able. Now the tomcats gathered at the wake. A fluffy Persian brought a fish for lunch. A calico shared her tuna fish cake. One Abyssinian lapped catnip punch. Then Kitty O'Brien began to cry. Oh, it's sad to see such a young cat to lose 9 lives. So you bite your tail, says Patty Furry. Whack for the dog, then dance the laughter around the floor. A rat cell chase, jump on a shelf, now what will we shatter? Lots of fun in Furgon's Wake. Then Maggie O'Mackerel took up the yowl. Oh, Kitty says she go tend your fur. Kitty bit her on the paw and sent her sprawling on the floor. Then a cat fight did soon engage. It was Manx to Manx and Tab to Tab. Whiskers and fur flew round and saying some wounds we lick will never scab. Whack for the dog, then dance the laughter around the floor. A rat cell chase, jump on a shelf, now what we shatter? Lots of fun in Furgon's Wake. Then Sean Abbison ducked his head when a bucket of catnip flew at him. It missed and landed on the cat bed. The catnip scattered all over Tim. Well, the strength of the herb gave him life once more. Tim leaped like a lion from the bed. Growling for Bass sake, bite your fur. If you waste my catnip, you make me mad. Whack for the dog, then dance the laughter around the floor. A rat cell chase, jump on a shelf, now what we shatter? Lots of fun in Furgon's Wake. Whack for the dog, then dance the laughter around the floor. A rat cell chase, jump on a shelf, now what we shatter? Lots of fun in Furgon's Wake. Welcome. If you have any requests, keep them to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'd be happy to listen to what you have to say. If you have something you want to hear. And then sometimes I won't know them. I don't actually know that song. I couldn't pull that off. I haven't learned that. Cedric always sang that. He wrote that song. Oh, you're right back here. Mari's wedding. Yeah, can you have something? No, I don't think I could. I love that song. Okay. Oh man, you pick that was a setup, wasn't it? Oh my God, okay, I'll see what I can pull off on that one. I I I know that song. I do know that song. Okay, so what was yours? Okay. Mari's wedding. I can get that one, no problem. Uh, I'm gonna have to really quick pull up the lyrics for the other one because I can. I never actually play this song, but you know what? I have a phone, so. I'm pretty sure I have them on the website. Yeah, maybe. You're in luck. All right, I can pull this off. All right, but first we'll do Mari's wedding. Um, this is an old Scottish folk song. Arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. That's the chorus. I want you to try that. Step gaily, off we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. Try it again. Step gaily, off we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. I want you to do that because we're going to come back to that in a sec. So. Plenty of herring, plenty of meal, plenty of Pete to fill a creel, plenty of Bonnie Bairns as wheel. That's his toast for Mari. Step gaily, off we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. Cheeks as bright as Rowan's are, brighter far than many a star. Fairest of them all by far, 'tis me darling Mari. Step gaily, off we go, heel for heel. Arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. Over hills, up and down, Myrtle Green and Bracken round, past the Shelling through the town, all for the sake of Mari. Step gaily, off we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. Over hillways, up and down, Myrtle Green and Bracken round, past the Shelling through the town, all for the sake of Mari. We go heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all for Mari's wedding. All right, this is what we're gonna do. This song is what I love about it is it's a great round. So we're gonna split the audience up. I think you're gonna be number 3. This group right over here is gonna be number 2, right in front of me, and you're gonna be number 1. All right, so we will start it off in just a sec. Then you're gonna come in the next line. Then you're gonna come in. So he goes like this. Step gaily, off we go. Step gaily, off we go. Step gaily, off we go. Heel for heel, toe for toe. Arm in arm and row off for Mari's wedding. How'd it go? Step gaily, off we go. Heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row off for Mari's wedding. Step gaily, off we go. Heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row off for Mari's wedding. Step gaily, off we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row off for Mari's wedding. I didn't say I could actually do it, but you know, hopefully it worked for you. There's a band years, 20 years ago, probably, but 10, 15 years ago, Widening Gyre, and they had it set up in this perfect little, whatever I just called that thing. Round, thank you, and it was awesome. Bye. It was fantastic, and I always loved it, but I never been able to quite pull it off. This is actually the first time I ever tried doing it live, so I think you did great. All right, so we did that one, and then we had Whiskers in the jar. Okay, glasses off. Let me see. So the second album of Irish drinking songs for cat lovers I put out It is a fine CD. Just for you, man. But I put it out and I was trying to come up with a good title for it, and of course, since Whiskey in the Jar was one I had to put on there, this song came up. As I was throwing pennies like wishes in a fountain, I heard two women talking about their babies and recounting how one had lost a tooth already, giggling and merry. They joked about inflation for the stork and the tooth fairy. Ring dum a doo dum a da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar, whiskers in the jar. I chuckled when I saw a pillow lifted and a penny being hurled across the bedroom and replaced it with 20. I sighed with relief that my cats would never bleed me, but admitted there were times I rather wished I had a baby. Meow shring dum a doo dum a da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar. Well, later on that night I drove home to my apartment, was greeted by my kitties and refilled their food and water. There beside the feeding bowl was a whisker on the carpet, kind of like a baby tooth, I thought, so I saved it. Meow shring dum a doo dum a da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar. 'Twas early in the next morning I placed upon the mantle another that I spotted watching Sleepless in Seattle. Before too long the view had grown into a small collection. I'll admit it's kind of odd, but I regard it with affection. Meow shring dum a doo dum a da. Meow shring daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar. Some parents push the daughters in the carriages out strolling. Others take their sons to soccer or baseball or out bowling. But I shop for catnip, making sure that it's organic, and brag on my cat's cleverness with pride that is gigantic. Meow shring dum a doo dum a da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar. When friends of mine come over and they see my jar of whiskers, I assure them it's not voodoo, but eventually they snicker. And when my cats are gone and I'm beside myself all lonesome, that jar will come in handy for the day I want to clone them. Meow shring dum a doo dum a da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar. Meow shring dum a doo dum a da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my mommy-o. There's whiskers in the jar. I cannot claim credit to the writing that song. I love it. It was my ex who introduced me to cats. She actually did collect whiskers and put them in a jar, which is the inspiration for it was for a while. I was like, this is kind of odd. Then I started doing it, but you're so strange. But she was a painter too. I think she eventually wanted to get enough to make a brush. I was like, kind of cool. Yeah, recycling, yeah. I don't think she was actually planning on cloning him, yeah? Oh my gosh. Not The Cat Came Back, but I can do the parody, yes. Parting Glass, you got. Yeah, I figured that would probably be it. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to pull the Parting Glass in a little bit later. Make sure you remind me somewhere near the end, because that works best. It is the Parting Glass. This is I don't remember when I first heard The Cat Came Back, but certainly when I reheard it as a cat lover. So I actually wasn't raised with cats. Cats were a late addition to my life. Like I said, this woman who who wrote that last song, she kind of introduced me to cats, and I fell in love with my feline friends. So I eventually decided I was going to write the inspiration for I wanted to write some songs, based on Irish drinking songs and such. And when I came across The Cat Came Back, it's kind of a gruesome song, and I was like, well, I want to try to change that image and such. But I also was trying to learn how to write drinking songs. This is actually my first experience, and I realized when I was doing this that in this particular song, it's a little bit challenging how I ended up doing it, because you have to teach people how to sing. It's easily to sing along, but there's other parts to it too. For instance, okay, so this is the stuff that you have to remember. This is why this is not the best version of a drinking song per se. So the things you have to remember is, let me see if I can remember first. You're going to say, look it up on the phone. I'm drawing a blank. Cat Came Back. Here we go. Fortunately, I have the cat lyrics now loaded up there. You're going to be saying, first thing is kaboom. Kaboom. Second is gurgle, 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 gurgle. Third is kersplat. Fourth is crunch. And the fifth one is okay, so you remember all those? Yeah, see, that's what I said. My point is made. So kaboom, gurgle, 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 kersplat, crunch, and a purr. And the purr is the easy one, I think. All right, so we're going to see if we can pull this off. I was a crazy cat for many's the year. My years are advancing, I sleep in my chair. But old Mr. Johnson still wants me to stay. If I don't get active, he'll send me away. I'm yellow tabby, kind of flabby, and I'm coming home. And if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll sleep when I'm tired. And if you try to wake me, you'll wish you had died. His neighbor ambushed me with shotgun and dynamite. My cat senses warned me, so I put up a fight. I clawed at his cigarette, it fell to the floor. It lit the dynamite as I ran out the door. I'm yellow tabby, kind of flabby, and I'm coming home. And if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll sleep when I'm tired. And if you try to wake me, you'll wish you had died. That, of course, is your chorus. Can't remember all that, just say, well, leave me alone. Okay, so we can get this going. He gave me to a boy with $1 and a note to drown me in the river when we were afloat. I saw that rope come towards me and let out a yowl. The boat tipped on over, the poor boy was drowned. I'm yellow tabby, kind of flabby, and I'm coming home. And if you don't like me, I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll sleep when I'm tired. And if you try to wake me, you'll wish you had died. He gave me to a man going up in a balloon. I clung to his head, I am no buffoon. The man tried to free me, but then lost control. I stole his parachute as I crashed against the knoll. I'm yellow tabby, kind of flabby, and I'm coming home. And if you don't like me, I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll sleep when I'm tired. And if you try to wake me, you'll wish you had died. He took me to the mill where the meat was ground. He left off the light so I wouldn't look around. I saw that food processor come closer to me. He jumped to the floor, he tripped bloodily. I'm a yellow tabby, kind of flabby, and I'm coming home. And if you don't like me, I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll sleep when I'm tired. And if you try to wake me, you'll wish you had died. Mr. Johnson, I know you hate me, but I have 9 lives, you haven't even 3. Blessed are the cat lovers, blessed are all kitties. So love me or leave me alone for to sleep. I'm a yellow tabby, kind of flabby, and I'm coming home. And if you don't like me, I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll sleep when I'm tired. And if you try to wake me, you'll wish you had died. too much. This next song is a call and response. Your part is, I'm going to say, wherever I may roam, and you say, I may roam. And there's another part, too. I can't remember what it is. We'll figure it out, and I'll point to you, and but the cat lyrics are all loaded up. I can't really pull the switch easily. See it? Oh, now I have love beside me. Beside me. There it is. There. That's the first part. Then there's I may roam. In younger days, I used to wander the lonely lanes of life, spun out of control, dizzy and alone, nothing running right. Now I have love inside me, wherever I may roam. I may roam, I have my family beside me, I'm never alone. Turned my back on dissonance, struck a new chord and hit it twice, restored the sun and a new world begun, and then I met my wife. Now I have love inside me, wherever I may roam. I have my family beside me, I'm never alone. Fish and chips in the streets of London, savored a pita in New Orleans. Oh, we walked in cold rain of Galway town. She's prettier than a dream. Music alone was my one companion, but songs alone have no melody. Now there's adventure and love in my life, cries of our baby. Now I have love inside me, wherever I may roam. I have my family beside me, I'm never alone. Now I have love inside me, wherever I may roam. I have my family beside me, I'm never alone. Love inside me, wherever I may roam. I have my family beside me, I'm never alone. It is time to sing a lullaby. We are at the end of con. I think we all could use a little bit of relaxation. It's very, excuse me. It's a very sweet lullaby. It is called "Close Your Eyes." So if you'd like to close your eyes and just relax for a moment, you got your pillow. Just feel free. Lie down on it. Yeah. There's space on the floor too. So Close your eyes and sleep. There are demons in your dreams. Go to sleep, my darling. There's a demon underneath your bed. The demons in your bed are gonna eat you up. Obviously, some of you are Firefly fans. This is the original version. Stay in your bed. There are landmines on the floor. The demons in your bed are gonna eat you up. and spice and everything nice. Why do you think we say that? It's so the demons underneath your bed will want to eat you up. You used to have a sister, she wouldn't go to sleep. Shh. So the demons underneath her bed ate her up. Do not call for your mother. Who is it that you think who let the demons in to eat you up? Snakes and snails and puppy dog tails. Who can account for the taste of demons? The demons in your bed are gonna eat you up. Baby, don't you cry, or the demons won't wait till you fall asleep before they eat you up. My father sang the song to me, but he slipped and he fell on a landmine. And the demons underneath my bed ate him up. That is not a blanket. Good night. So I have a new podcast.
You have a podcast?
Wasn't sure if that was actually going to happen, but I kind of assumed it might have. But so the podcast is called In the Verse, song crafting for the Firefly universe. I'm doing it with Mikey Mason, and what we're doing is we're rewatching episodes of Firefly and writing songs inspire the episodes. And I love doing this because I'm typically have been a musician who writes based on inspiration. I need something for this, or this idea came to me. And so this is actually challenging me as a songwriter to write songs based on, a theme. I have an idea at least, which helps. But it gives me direction when I'm working out these ideas. So the latest episode that we did we watched Janestown. And which has inspired my whole Firefly drinking songs shows, and Hobbit drinking songs show for that matter too. So I did we did Janestown, and I ended up writing two songs. I had two different viewpoints. One was the idea in the episode for anyone not familiar with Firefly, it's okay if you aren't. Okay. So for those who are not entirely sure, in Janestown, he comes to town and he's like the hero of Canton is the song that he's known for. Well, all of a sudden, he's out doing this big parade and a big gathering of people, everyone's celebrating Jane, and this guy comes along and tries to kill him. He kills him, and one of the citizens who loved Jane ends up dying, saving Jane, and he's like this selfish person, and he's like, I don't understand why this guy would do something so dumb. He tells Mal later on the ship, and I mean he's like they're probably rebuilding the statue that they built of me, and I was like, wow, what a powerful moment. And when one of the themes we came up in this episode was symbols, the symbols that we create in our lives. So I decided to write two songs. The first one was a song called "The Hero Returns," and it's the people who are putting that statue back up. But my favorite of the two, I got to say, is the second one, where the people realize that's not necessary building a statue. Heroism is in each of us. We can each make a difference in the world, And so I wrote this song called Just a Hero. Met a hero, he was only a man. We thought he had our back, now we understand. He knocked a statue down that we so proudly built, but it was just a symbol to hide our guilt. Now we lift ourselves up so that we stand tall. Don't need a hero to show it makes us strong. Dust off our fear now that we believe that a man is just a boy who knows what he needs. Our hopes crashed down when he came back again. We became more wise, knowing we had a hand in the change we need. So it's change we made. We let go our fears, now we're no longer afraid. Now we lift ourselves up so that we stand tall. Don't need a hero to show it makes us strong. Dust off our fear now that we believe that a man is just a boy who knows what he needs. We all have rights. Everyone matters. Some will deny them to make their pockets fatter. But rich in greed is poor in soul. And the day will come when we dump them in a hole. And now we lift ourselves up so that we stand tall. Don't need a hero to show it makes us strong. Dust off our fear now that we believe that a man is just a boy who knows what he lift ourselves up so that we stand tall. Don't need a hero to show makes us strong. Dust off our fear now that we believe that a man is just a boy who knows what he lift ourselves up so that we stand tall. Don't need a hero to show makes us strong. Dust off our fear now that we believe that a man is just a boy who knows what he needs. Thank you very much. I think we need a dance song. What do you think? You want to dance? I think we should do we're going to go ahead and do a hobbity dance song. You're welcome to dance too. I'll tell Bella down underneath the party tree. Let's have fun, come dance with me. If she won't dance, I'll ask Daisy. We'll skip till the sun comes up over the trees. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. That's your part. If you can't remember all that, just say 1, 2, 3. The moon looks down on a hungry cheer. Let's raid old Mungo's mushroom fields. If we lose our way into the starry sky, chase young conies to the broad daylight. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. We'll laugh and we'll eat our honey cakes and we roll in the grass down by the lake. The swan calls out, "Go home, my friend," and the party tree will start again. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam, shout your love now. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. We'll laugh and we'll eat our honey cakes and we roll in the grass down by the lake. The swan calls out, "Go home, my friend," and the party tree will start again. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam, shout your love now. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. I'll tell Bella down beneath the party tree, "Let's have fun, come dance with me." If she won't dance, I'll ask Daisy, we'll skip till the sun comes up over the trees. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam, shout your love now. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam, shout your love now. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. That was great. For at least 3 minutes, she might not have been dancing, but she was watching y'all dance. So that's the important thing. All right. Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, you got it. So years ago, who here is not familiar with filk? Filk? Not familiar with filk. Okay, filk is the music of conventions. It's the music of fandom, not just conventions. The music of fandom. If there's something you love, pretty much anything could fit into the terminology of filk. Certainly by the definition here at DragonCon, maybe not everywhere, but a lot of times it's just songs that are so much fun to sing. They have what are called folk circles. The terminology came from the 50s. Back in the 50s, there used to be folk circles that gathered at conventions, and sometimes they'd be singing songs about spaceships and the future and whatnot. They might do some traditional folk songs, whatever it was. But they were at conventions, and people were like, "Oh," someone got into an article and wrote, "Yeah, so people are at conventions singing folk songs," and it was a misspelling. And lo and behold, it stuck. The filkers are like, "Yeah, we have a term for us." And so they latched onto it. And now filk music is the music of fandom. And you'll find filk circles in a lot of the science fiction conventions around the world. DragonCon has, in my mind, one of the best because you have... You're too kind. But you have a lot of the track directors. They're open to the variety of filk. Parodies, by the way, parodies also typically fit into that genre really easily. So you think about parody. That's how I got started. A lot of people get started by writing songs and then rewriting melodies that they already know. And so a long time ago, I was at a filk circle. And basically, it's the idea of a folk circle is you have one big round of people. Everyone gets a turn. Doesn't matter if you can sing or whatever. You get a chance to say, I'm gonna present something. You don't even have to sing. You could just read a poem. You can do whatever you want. You could play a tune. An instrumental tune. There's some Irish sessions that will pop up in some of these things as well. But everyone gets a turn. You get a time all the way around, and then keep going until it's 3 and 4 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, or 6 in the morning, or whatever. So it's a brilliant experience. It's like the last true folk circle. So the reason I bring it up is because the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster was this guy did a song called Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, and it was absolutely horrible. I'm very proud that he did it, but I listened to it. I was like, that was saying to myself. Obviously, I'm not saying this out loud, but I'm like, this is absolutely terrible. But wow, good on you that you're actually trying to rhyme Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. I could never. And then one day I was like, I wonder if I could. And so I sat down and actually I and a couple friends, we ended up penning this song because I was like, I want to write something that could rhyme with Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. And again, this guy who's a regular filker and has done a lot of wonderful stuff. It wouldn't have happened if he hadn't been out there getting his turn. Everyone gets a chance. That's what I love about the filk circles, is that everyone gets a chance to share something. And there's no judgment. I mean, yeah, you might quietly judge, but there's really no judgment. It's up to you to create something and share it, and that's okay, even if it is bad or not. Whatever. It's just good to share, and that's one of the magical things about the filk circles, is that very thing. So this song goes like this. Pan-galactic gargle blaster, it's the drink I never could master. It's like having your brain smashed out by a lemon wrapped around a gold brick. Pan-galactic gargle blaster, just one look, I'm off the wagon fast. It's like a mugging, a beating, a kick in the head. I ain't broke and I wish I were dead. I am already forgetting that first verse. I've hitchhiked intergalactic super highways, the backwards, the bypass, all along the byways. At every stop, at every bar, the pan-galactic gargle blaster hits me like a car. I've had porters, stouts, ales and lager, rum, coke, whiskey, and lots of Jaeger. I've had 42 different kinds of wine, but there's only one drink to unhinge my mind. The pan-galactic gargle blaster, it's the drink I never could master. It's like having your brain smashed out by a lemon wrapped around a gold brick. The pan-galactic gargle blaster, just one look, I'm off the wagon faster. It's like a mugging, a beating, a kick in the head. I ain't broke and I wish I were dead. It's got that old jank spirit juice from a bottle, poured one measure San Gina seawater. I'd make another gallon if I could remember how it went, but the last time I drank I lost 3 months' rent. The whales, the dolphins, the mices too, they all know about this brew. The Logan torn about it in their verse, but of the two I'm not sure which is worse. The pan-galactic gargle blaster, it's the drink I never could master. It's like having your brain smashed out by a lemon wrapped around a gold brick. Pan-galactic gargle blaster, just one look, I'm off the wagon fast. It's like a mugging, a beating, a kick in the head. I ain't broke and I wish I were dead. So all you hitchhikers, take my advice. Don't drink it once, don't drink it twice. If you drink it at all, drink it very carefully. Though if you drink it all, you'll die quite cheerfully. Pan-galactic gargle blaster, it's the drink I never could master. It's like having your brain smashed out by a lemon wrapped around a gold brick. Pan-galactic gargle blaster, just one look, I'm off the wagon faster. It's like a mugging, a beating, a kick in the head. I ain't broke and I wish I were dead. I'm broke and I wish I were dead. I'm broke and I wish I were dead. I love singing that at conventions because most places don't get it. Yeah, I occasionally will play it at a farmer's market, and there's, but it's got a great rhythm, I mean. Interesting thing about the autoharp is that rhythm, I think, for me. When I started playing, I had never heard anyone play an autoharp. I mean, my dad had one, but I didn't really remember anything. And I think at the time he was also trying to do what everyone else is doing, which is picking melodies. So I picked it up and I started strumming. So I had this autoharp book, how to play the autoharp. And basically what it did is, here's a strum pattern. So I did that, and then I wrote a song. And I was like, this is cool. I like to learn the pattern. Okay, yeah. And then I just kept writing a song every time I learned a new pattern. And then eventually I've developed my own unique style, so much so that I get hired at autoharp festivals every now and then. And I get to teach, what I do, because most autoharpers, they're playing like an Irish tune full speed on an autoharp, and it sounds like the tune, unlike So I have that's the Butterfly, and it's okay. You might be able to pick out the melody if you know the tune, but possibly not, because I'm a sloppy auto harp player when it comes to playing melodies. But others, they'll take it and they'll just wail on something beautiful, incredible. There's actually a guy, Drew Smith. He was like, I met him at the California Auto Harp Gathering about 5 years ago, I guess it was. And he got up there and he started playing. He was playing these incredible songs, including what's it called? A tango. Tango. I was like the song that got me into ballroom dancing years ago. I got so excited playing the tango. I was like, I want to learn how to play the tango. You know, I can dance it now, but I want to learn how to play it. I sat down like, I can't do this. I don't know what to do. And he goes, oh, that's easy. It's like this. What the hell did you just do? So it blew me away. But when he was at his show, he had a song that was just incredible. I was listening to it. He said it was written in 1904, and I listened. I'm like, oh my God, this is a gorgeous song. And then I listened to the lyrics, and I was like, oh, this is the original steampunk song. And I have to learn this song. So I went looking for it, and I think there's one other recording or two other recordings I think you can find on YouTube. Interestingly, there was a pop artist I think it's an alternative rock artist who ended up covering it, but for a commercial, I think. It goes like this. And it's got a great chorus, so feel free to sing along. A sailor loves me, he sails every night to my home. He's not a sailor that sails across the sea or over the wild briny foam. For he owns an airship and sails up on high. He's just like a bird on the wing. And when the shadows of evening draw nigh, he'll sail to my window and sing. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride around Venus and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man in the moon. While drifting away from the crowds, he passed through the milky white way. Just idly drifting and watching the clouds, he asked me if I'd name the day. Right near the dipper I gave him my heart. The sun shines on our honeymoon. We swore from each other he never would part and teach all our babies this tune. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride around Venus and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man in the moon. Let me hear you. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride around Venus and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man. It's all on you now. And we'll visit the man in the moon. One more time. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come nest and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man in the moon. Thank you much. All right, I am going to play two more songs. One is requested, so this is a parting glass. Of all the money that here I had, I've spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, was done to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memories now I cannot recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise while you should not, I will gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, if I had money enough to spend and the leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that surely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, she I own as my heart in thrall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise while you should not, I will gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. I want to thank you one more time for coming out. I'm going to do one final song for you. If you do enjoy the music, there are CDs right over here. I do make a living as a musician, so anything you are able to buy is great. I do think I might have other things too, including some songbooks and shirts and. But just come talk to me if nothing else. I'd love to meet you as well. So one of the reasons I started playing music was because I am not the most outgoing person. So that means you have to come to me. Yay! I just sing it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I get to. Then I get to be nice and But it's a challenge. So the last song that I have is a fun sing along. And I will guide you into it at the end of the song. I was told it was not your typical love song, which I like that idea. But it is a fun sing-along. walked down the dusty old road. I didn't know what I'd find or where I'd go. Tree limbs hung low and they blocked my view. I saw you through the branches and I wished I knew ya. You wrote your name on my soul and I feel like I'm out of control. You wrote your name on my soul, that's what it is, so I'll go with the flow. We looked at each other and in the shadows I'm sure I couldn't see. You stepped closer and your beautiful face looked up at me. I took your hand in mine and we wandered off down the road. It feels so right, it's like I've always known ya. You wrote your name on my soul and we laughed as I twirled you about. You wrote your name on my soul and held your breath as I touched your mouth. Through the wheels of time we traveled the globe. As we reeled through life, our adventures overflow. Our love only grew, oh, how our love it grew. How did you know that I would be so in love with you? We walked through fields of green as high as our knees. In the valley of love, we sat beneath the tree. Our lips were red from cherries and a long kiss. We lay there for hours in the stars, shining down in our tenderness. You wrote your name on my soul and I saw it in the constellations. You wrote your name on my soul and my blood is pumping elation. Your part's coming around. Very simple. All you sing is name on my soul, name on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul, name on my soul, name on my soul, name on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul. Name, keep it going, a little louder. Name on my soul. A little louder. Name on my soul. On my soul, oh, you wrote your name on my soul, and I don't know what you did to me. You wrote your name on my soul, but it's all that I was meant to be. You wrote your name on my soul, and I'm happier than I've ever been. You wrote your name on my soul, and our story will never end. My soul, you wrote your name on my soul, on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul. Thank you so much. That is nothing more cooler than having that audience, so thank you. I really do appreciate you. If you want to hear also more music outside of just the CDs, You can go over to celtfather.net. I don't know if I have any cards left, but go to celtfather.net and you can find all of my links, including mailing lists. I also am doing what's called Coffee with the Celt Father. Every week, every Wednesday at around 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm doing a live streaming show on YouTube and Facebook at presently. And then hopefully I'll get it on Twitch as well at some point in the future. But so, I'd love it if you come join me. And so there'll be more stuff to do in the future. So, and of course, I have podcasts.
You have a podcast?
No, not a podcast. I have like 8 or 10 or something. I don't know. So there's the Irish and Celtic Music podcast. If you like Celtic music, that's all music all the time, over 400 episodes. And then I have the Pub Songs podcast, which is a little music, a little of me just chatting. It's my way of keeping people up to date of what's happening. And right now I'm doing it weekly because I'm dumb. So the Irish and Celtic Music one is weekly, but yeah, I only need one, and I'm doing 2 right now. So go to celtfather.net and check it out. I'd really appreciate that. And come check out the CDs.
You have CDs?
And have a great West of the Con. Thank you. Sláinte.